Hey there, Dark Star here. Whoa, OBS launched straight into the studio. I don't think it's ever done that before. Well, it's also wrong. I'm not on SU3 anymore. I rolled back. SU3 is buggy. SU2 is not being much better, and it's taking a long time to load now. I didn't know that downloading everything was going to make it take so long to load. Like, it should just be there if it needed it, not preload everything. And I'm having some performance problems. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it was taking so long to load, I decided to just go and start the stream. Takes people a while to join anyway. I mean, the one guy. Hey, Ned. Just documenting my journey. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight either. One option would be to do the first leg of the world tour. And the world tour would start. Oh, it's so slow. Would start in Nome, Alaska up here. Then fly to, I don't remember where. Load the flight plan. File, open flight plan. Which one is it? Okay, I have one that's tagged Iceland. I think that's for the north crossing, and then I have one, I think is this one that goes through the south, which is kind of the one I decided I preferred. Yeah, so Nome down to PASI. We could do it in a faster plane and kind of just do a preliminary. How big was this one? 7,000 feet? Wow. I don't think this time is right, but even so, it's saying 4 hours. Nah, that's not right, is it? I've flown this before. I don't think I flew for 4 hours. I was thinking about doing some ATR flying. What's a really fast plane? Probably the big ones, right? Is it updating? Yeah, okay. 455 knots. We could take the 495, there we go. I didn't fly the Dreamliner very well. I can fly the 7878 a little bit better. So how long does it say that would take? That's not right, come on. That is definitely not right. Let's see. I don't think this even has the range. Yeah, you can't even do 1,000 miles, which is wild, cause like the Kodiak, it doesn't carry as many people, of course. But yeah. And then of course there's like the PC-12. Which is kind of what I was planning on flying around. So that's 290 knots. Plenty of range. So yeah, I was thinking this would take about 4 hours in the PC-12. Because if you figure 250 nautical miles per hour, you're doing 1,000. It's a little less than 1,000, but about that. There's this little Valdez airport up in here. PAVD. Kind of cool. Like it's pretty mountainous here, so like you tend to fly the approach in here, then you turn on the final, you fly up here, you fly over this little town right here. Yeah, so there's some stuff there, a few buildings here you can fly. It seems like it wants you to kind of come in this way and then like turn at the last minute to get on runway 6 here, but I think it's pretty short. 6,500 feet, that's not bad. I didn't have any problems in like the ATR or anything. I was doing ATR from the AVD over to Ted Stevens Anchorage there. Yeah, these are like 6,000 feet. Let's see, what is like one thing I was thinking about doing is just spawning in and listening to some vatsim. So many planes at San Francisco. Many people there right now, actually. I think there's only 4 planes departing. Let's see. One thing that this app doesn't show you that I wish it did is there's one called vatsim radar. With vatsim radar you can look at the individual parking spaces, I think. Maybe that wasn't the one. is the elevation 3 meters but 13 feet at KSFO? That doesn't compute. 3 meters would be closer to 9 feet. .13 feet would be, I mean, even if you were rounding, it would be 4 meters. Where did I see the parking level detail? No, not. Huh. I was looking at it just a bit ago. I can sort of see where the planes are on the ground there. I can spawn in far away from anybody. Oh, hey, there's a... What? What the heck is that guy doing? He's just like swerving all around. I don't know where to spawn in here if we were gonna do it. What is it? KSFO? There's some dude like flying over the airport like crazy. I'd be really curious to hear what the controllers are saying. Now that's some weird cradola going on there. And I'm not getting any. Is there no parking for small? At least the airport loaded in now. Ooh, I wonder what's over here. Okay, so just in case we need to know it, we're gonna be at 106. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is. Parking 106, ramp GA small. Okay. Stuff loading in. What all the different apps look like now. Let's try the new instant pre-flight. That seems to have worked. So what we want to do is just kind of get it on so we can use the radios. Oddly enough, you actually have to have the radios on. Okay, so battery, emergency, standby bus, avionics 1 and 2. I'll let that boot up. Okay, and then run, start. Make sure our parking brake is on. We'll go ahead and get the generators on, even though technically should wait a minute. No, we probably should have had that on. What? Well, let's see what frequencies we can get off ATIS here and our charts. So let's bring up the charts over here. And we should see me spawn in here when I get connected. So we're at KSFO. Okay, airport info chart. We'll just put it up here. So we're in plot 41 is where I think we spawned in. So we should show up on here, I hope. Well, we should show up on here if I do this, I believe. Yeah. So that's the Navigraph position. The Navigraph is directly getting from vatsim. I'm not on vatsim yet, so I'm about to connect. Okay, PC12, oops, PC12. I wonder if it matters which PC12 you pick. I don't think so. I think all it does is get a code. So I'm going to connect as an observer first. Vatsim info here. You can see ATIS information. And you can kind of see the other planes here. Let me turn off the overlay. These are the vatsim planes. So someone over here. I'm in observer only mode, so it's not going to show my plane. So now what we want to do is let's listen into, what do we want to listen into first? So first of all, we can listen into ATIS. So that's going to be 118.850. So I'll go ahead and take this down. Okay, so the easiest way to do radio frequencies here is going to be this panel. Go COM. Enter, what did I say, 118.85. I don't like this. So if we wanted to take off, it would be 28 left or 28 right. Let's go to, let's see, tower, SFO tower 120.5. 120.5. So we want departure is going to be 1 33.95. So that's a 28 left takeoff. Let's get our little camera out. I'm guessing so 28 left and 28 right would be behind where I was, right? So this way. I wonder if I was transmitting, if they could hear me. I don't remember where I am. Right there. So let's see, this is spot 41-3. Although it looks like it should actually be here. But on the chart it kind of shows two almost side by side. I think this spot is for I think this spot's for a wider plane, and this one's for a smaller plane that's not gonna bump into that one. There's an ATR there. I do like the ATRs. Oh, that's a 500. Interesting. It's a little hard to hear and understand people. Well, let's flip over to let's see if anything's going on ground. it's 121.7. So let's just go to 121.7. Enter swap. Okay, that worked. I don't remember where the lights are in this thing. Flood is already on. Cabin flood, cockpit dome. Ah, there we go. I can grab it. Okay, let's try center, maybe? 125.575. Oops. Delete. 125.575. That is center. Now the other thing we can do is we can put a frequency to monitor on COM2. You can also transmit on COM2 if you've got it. You set everything up in your cockpit, which is kind of cool. As long as it knows how to work each plane. The way Flight Sim seems to work, it doesn't seem to do a good job on that. So I think I want COM2 down here if I want to change it. Let's put tower back in, 120.5. Okay, now I don't have COM2 on. Here, I can actually show you this. Well, if you have a 4K display, you'll be able to see it. Otherwise, it's pretty small. But on COM2 here, there's no TX and RX button, which means I'm not receiving on it right now. So audio receive. So receive has come on now. Right. Now I don't know how to Okay, that was to someone else. So yeah, one of the things we're supposed to do is PTAF KSFO. Okay. So if no one's here, we would use 120.5. And that is tower, and right now we're listening to tower. Now one thing I was wondering is, so these buttons don't work, so I don't think I can change where I'm transmitting. It'd be nice to have COM3 and COM4 too. To monitor multiple frequencies at once. But I don't think I can change where I'm transmitting. I don't think in the PC-12 you can transmit on COM2, basically. So if we wanted to switch and file a flight plan and request departure and all that stuff, we could do that. And what they would do is give us complex, well, first we would have to come up with all the right verbiage here, but actually we'd probably just get pushback base south, take, I don't know if this has a name, 41 west to Charlie, Charlie all the way down to 28 right. That's probably what we would get. I'm not sure what these are, hold short points. I mean, these are hold short markers here. I'm not sure what the coloration is around them. We can zoom in. I don't get much on the screen if you do, but I don't know. Okay, that's a hold short. HS2, HS5. I don't know why it would be so big in that case, but that's the guy right behind us. Oh, hey, there's Kip over there. Kip OTG has a great channel if you like group flying. So that he's taxiing now. So now, interestingly, these pilots could be playing other flight sims, either 2020 or X-Plane. Taxiing for a while. This guy's gonna be doing his thing in a moment. Let's see, and he is 18 Alpha. Let's look for that. Wait, who's that? their Concorde. I don't understand why I don't see them on here. I see them on this other app. There's also a plane landing on 28 right now. 1114. What do we have in here? We have tower on 120.5. So that's tower and ground. I wanted to go check out this Concorde. I don't think I haven't seen one in game yet. I may not have a model for it, so it may not show up. But let's see. Whoa. Should be just to our left. Across these two runways. Possible it's that one. No. It's here. Is that a SOP? So this is the Concorde, but it doesn't look like a Concorde. This is not in vatsim, it's just airport traffic. This is just airport traffic. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. No, I think that's actually a vatsim plane. It's just not showing up properly here. That's 11114. I don't know why I'm not seeing them. Did I? Am I? Off we go. Crashing away. Maybe I need to do something different for a while. Hey, I just realized my keep on top was not working, so I wasn't seeing chat. Welcome to the crash fest that is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, I think it's time to do that ATR flight now. I'm very annoyed that Navigraph doesn't have all the traffic. I'm seeing the other traffic on another app, and I'm not seeing it on Navigraph. So something weird's going on there. All right, so where do we want to fly? I was thinking about doing this Anchorage to Valdez flight again. Did I broadcast that one yesterday? I don't think I did. I did a PAVID to PAFS. But I don't think I did this one. So let's do it. You know, in an hour when this thing loads. And then I will attempt to take off in a 747-8. And that's probably where I'm going to end the stream for the night. Kick off my NeoFly mission. So many random crashes right now in this game. I need an app that takes YouTube chats and feeds it into Microsoft Flight Simulator notices. I have so much money on my main NeoFly account now. I made like $50 million in one day. And I'll make even more the next day. I only did about half the flights. So I have like $1 billion now. Like literally. 1.15. Oops. Let's swap this. My last 747-8 flight crashed. The flight sim just hung. So I only have 5 million on this account. But I did get my plane, and this plane's worth quite a bit. It's a rental. I always do the rentals. I don't hardly own any of the planes. It's just not worth it. But I might set up an airline route that I can fly. That's something that I think would be more interesting. But I don't know. What do we got right now? See what we might fly later. Ooh, what's that one? Somewhere in the Middle East is the most valuable flight currently. Now there's a bug in NeoFly where these double up. There aren't actually two of them. But if you can get two flights to the same place, and they're not like max weight or whatever, you can take both usually. On my other account, I've even got a flight running right now that's taking 4 cargo missions at once. And each one's worth 5 point something million. So that's like, I don't know, like 20 million and change. Minus the rental fee, of course. Alright, let's get an ATR. Let's do the little one. S is for short field takeoff and landings. Oh. Well, let's do my favorite destination. On Alaska, Padu. So let's check it, but I think I'm gonna fly into Padu. 4,500 feet, that'll be fun in an ATR, right? Really, you want me to come that way? The winds are 210, why would you? Okay, I guess. So my understanding on this one is you enter here, you fly around, you come around this way, and then onto final. I don't usually do that. I usually fly in here and then come down. But we will go that way. Now, where do we want to fly from? That seems like a good distance. Except I don't think there's going to be any anything other than small. How do you have a 10,000 foot long runway and only small parking? Something doesn't make sense here. You know what? I'm just gonna like put it right here. That way it'll probably be pointing out. We can just head out. Set as departure. Only got a little bit of daylight left here before we get in. Good old Unalaska. I was right. So I don't think there's anything to pre-flight on this one outside. All right, let's see how my memory is. Okay, so first things first. Gonna pre-flight. We want these to be shut off. Parking brake is on. Uh-oh. Controls are not working. I think they should be working. Even when it's off, should be able to turn the, all right. Rudders are working. Throttles are working. Oh my God. Not working. Why? That's a no. Let's unplug it. The whole brick. Okay. So I still don't have any flight controls. That does not bode well. That's like another restart. Let's see, can I tell if anything else is working? Yeah, see, that's working. But this is not. Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. I didn't realize that was the case. Now I know. All right, let's continue making sure everything is set up now. And some of those checks are like for real because like when my controls are in the wrong place, like this is all the way up, I don't want to start it. So I'm making sure my controls are set up right. Okay, and in this plane, you can do a, you know, you can go in here and set things up. And one thing I miss is the wheel chocks. Even though I did the quick pre-flight outside, it leaves those on. You really have to do those here. And we could toss on external power if we wanted to, but we don't want to. What we want to do is do the setup the hard way. So first we want to get into hotel mode. And so what we need to do is get our battery on. I like to go ahead and arm the emergency lights. And then we wait for the self-test. And what we'll do is hold down the right Alt key here and pop this panel out. I'll put that over here so we can see it very clearly. That's going to be our system page once it comes up. All right, so we hit this here 3 times and we get to the hydraulics page. So to get our prop brake on, what we're going to need to do is use the aux hydraulics pump. That activation button is right here. But before we do that, I don't know what you're supposed to do. But I'm starting the engine, and it is possible, if the prop brake doesn't work, that the propeller could start spinning. So my thought is you would want to treat it like a normal start. So beacon light on, nav light on, whatever it is you would do before you start that engine, right? So I'll get those on. Then when we activate this pump, this will come on, it'll start pressurizing here, and then we'll show that here. And then we look up here for the ready light to come on. And once it comes on, we can flick that on and then close it. The aux pump will go off automatically in a moment, and we'll lose pressure, so the ready light will go away. So now you cannot turn off the prop brake unless you did that again. But we want it on for right now. Okay, now what we want to do is start the right engine. So to do that, we're going to get our starter. We're going to get the fuel pump on, and we will click start. And what we're going to do is watch that engine spool up. When we get past 10, it already is. We put this to feather, and that's going to get the engine started. Now, on this engine, we want to leave in feather for hotel mode. All right, temperature's coming back down. Okay, so I think we got that started. We'd want to check our prop, make sure it's not spinning, all good. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and do our pre-flight setup. This plane is kind of wonky with I don't know. We'll do some people, we'll do a tiny bit of cargo. Okay, we've got half a tank of fuel, that's probably good for this flight. Now, I don't know if you actually do that here or not, but okay, so let's do this now. So we're going PAC Delta to Papa Alpha Delta Uniform, right? Trying to get used to saying things the right way more. Alright, so let's go to our fleet. Let's pick our ATR 42, which is AT 46. Okay, Papa Alpha Charlie Delta to Papa Alpha Delta Uniform. let's give ourselves some ample taxi time, and we shouldn't need much taxi time on the other end, so we'll do 10 minutes. But, I mean, we're sitting here running the engine and everything, we're burning fuel, so. Okay. So this had arrival, runway 31, departure 15. That's what SimBrief is also pulling up. Let's go with that one. Generate flight. I love being able to pop these screens out. So nice. Okay, so this says we need about 3,000 pounds of fuel. And it's got suggested weights and everything. We're gonna go with the SimBrief plan. And it is picked. Our altitude's 22,000. Okay. Now on the other side here, we actually, there might have, yeah, there is an RNAV for 31. Oh, I think that comes in around this way, actually. I think I was wrong about that particular approach. So I think we want Morty, right? And we want to remove this waypoint, because then we disconnect in. Alright, let's send that to ATC just so we have it. I wonder if I can... I wish in SimBrief there was a way... I wish SimBrief would cover the proper route. Let's edit this. Like, I wish on here I could say like /31.rnav or whatever. Wind is 44. Oh my goodness. Okay, now over here, I should be able to import flight plan. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Set flight plan. Set fuel. Set payload. Insane, 0 fuel weight and everything. I don't know what that means. But it's got my payload right here, so that looks pretty good. I don't think this page is actually working. It's supposed to compute these things, but like it doesn't have anything here. let's not forget to get our wheel chocks off. We can do maintenance here and then options. Okay, so that's all we want to do. All right, let's finish up our flight plan here. Let me see if I remember. I think you click on this and then you select your runway, which was 15. And then we wanted Chahuna 2. And then Morty. Execute. Morty. Next. Nope. There we go. Was RNAV 31, right? Via Morty. Execute. Huh. So the way you do, the way you clear things out in this one, you don't copy it up like you do in a Boeing. You hit clear, and then you select that. So do we have 2 Mortys? I think we do. Just clear this one. Execute. Okay. All right, and then we can cruise altitude was 2200, right? Okay, and now I'd already entered these, and we want our trim to be 2.3 up. Our trim is right here. Okay, that's 2.3 up. So we've already burned 190 pounds of fuel just sitting here. Or maybe not. Maybe that's how much you would burn per hour. I don't know. Doesn't have very much VNAV. I don't know if VNAV is really hard to code or something, but a lot of these planes don't have a very good implementation of it. I could see it being difficult. All right, so I think we're all set up. So now we would request our engine start. I wonder if we should do a, maybe we should do an in-game ATC thing. Or, you know what, let's try beyond ATC. I think we had enough procedures on this one, it might load this time. I've tried like 10 times with different flights, and it just won't take any of them because I like to fly into the littler airports.
Beyond ATC connected.
Let me make sure the audio is on for that one. Yep. Beyond, beyond, beyond. All right, let's tune 118.5. Well, actually, let's do the, well, I don't think we have an ATIS here. I'm gonna make this smaller. We're gonna use it in a minute, but just to get our other engine started, but I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna close it. I wanted to see if we get weather here. We do. All right, so winds are 25 knots from 160. That might be rough. Oh, we have weather. Okay. All right, so let's do 135.75. Those we enter on this pad. So 135.75. And we're not going to be able to hear it. Oh, no, we will. Hang on. No, we won't, because Beyond ATC doesn't know about it. So Beyond ATC is out of date, so it's not going to feed us the ATIS. Okay, well, let's go to 118.5. And we'll just swap those here. Okay. We'll go and request our clearance, I think. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Okay, I don't like it, but should I redo the... Maybe I should redo the sim brief. Let's do it. I like to be Summit 191. I don't think it cares about that. It's gonna be Sierra Uniform Tango 191 as Summit, I think. Let's generate that flight again, and let's hit escape on Beyond ATC and confirm. And fly again.
Beyond ATC connected.
I used to always kill it and restart it. Now I learned you can just hit escape. Alright, it's got me as Summit 191. Awesome. Okay, we still got 1185 in. Okay, well, we won't use that then. Let's see. Anchorage Center Summit 191 requesting IFR clearance as filed.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center, cleared to Unalaska. Chinook 2 departure, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure with me. Squawk 24 tree.
Anchorage Center, say again, Summit 191.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center, cleared to Unalaska. Chinook 2 departure, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure with me. Squawk 24 tree.
Okay.
Cleared to Unalaska. Chinook 2 departure, then is filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure with you. Squawk 2433. Summit 191.
Summit 191, read back correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 15.
Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 15, Summit 191.
Okay. So they're saying to take off 15, which is going to be down here. Okay, so it says start or taxi at pilot's discretion, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, there's two ways to get your prop brake off. Number one is to kind of repeat the procedure before, where you use the aux pump. Number two is you need to start your other engine anyway, so go ahead and just start it. So we need the fuel pump on, we got the starter on, we click start. Here's where we might want this up. Ah, shoot. Where'd it go? There we go. Ah. Well, we're way. I keep using the wrong alt key. We're way past where we need to be. We just need to be at 10, and then we want to introduce fuel by bringing this up to feather, and then it should finish starting the rest of the way. We make sure it doesn't get too hot. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, now we can close this. Okay, now what we're going to find is we still don't have a ready light. Right? What's going on? We got our engine started. We don't have a ready light. We don't have hydraulics. That's the problem. So let's go back here. Ah, I did it again. Wrong alt key. I guess I should just leave this up for a minute. Right? So we don't have our hydraulics on yet because the engine is in low speed. So now what we need to do is bring this up to auto, bring the left engine we just started up to auto, not the one with the brake on. Now as it comes up, propeller will start spinning, it'll start powering the AC wild bus, that'll give us hydraulic power, that'll enable the prop brake to be turned off. Go ahead and open that. We can go ahead. Also, once our engine has come all the way up, we want to turn our starter off. That guy. And there's our ready light. Prop brake off. Close it. Unlink. And now we have hydraulics here. And now we want to bring this engine up to auto. And it should be spinning, and you know, we'd monitor the engine and all that fun stuff. Oh my goodness, what the frick? You are fucking kidding me. What an absolute piece of crap. It's just unplayable nowadays. Okay.